Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Rowena May Inspired. My name is Kelly, and here's our pal. Where's Miss Pickle? Miss Pickles is upside down. Here's our pal, Mr. Wilby and Miss Pickles. You guys, if you're seeing that red live button up at the top, that means you're catching us live, and I hope you are, because we are crafting today with the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group. So come on in and say hello when you pop on so we know who's there. Miss Tammy's just finishing it up, and we're going to get in here in just a few seconds, guys. This craft table is a hot mess. It's a hot mess up in here. Let me get my page up here so I can see some comments when we get some friends to jump on and join us. I was trying to tag Miss Jeannie, who's up next after me, and I was having issues, so it took me a second. So I was coming on just like a little bit late. Here we are. Wait, are we here? Are we? Say hello, friends. I can see a couple. It says 0 people are on, but I see people. It says people are watching. So I don't know. Facebook is probably being weird today. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see if I can see some comments when I bring up my computer. If not, that'll be fun. That'll be real fun. I don't see any comments yet. Somebody say something, please, so I can tell. Well, you know, I could always talk to myself, but you might not like to hear what I say to myself when I comment back. No comments yet. Well, okay, Facebook. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Well, let me try again. Well, hello, Miss Kim. Thank you for saying hi. So I know that I do exist out there. I do exist. Okay, hold please. Let's see. Here we go. Let me bring up again and see if it works. Hello, Miss Janice. Thank you, friend. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, you guys. So we're crafting today with the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group. Miss Janice is our lovely hostess with the mostest. And Miss Pickles, and Mr. Wilby are going to slide over here and just take all this madness in. Oops. Miss Pickles just always falls off, so that's why she was upside down. Okay, so I had no clue what I was going to do, as is normal for me. I changed my mind like 3 times, and then I finally I found this board that I got at an estate sale, of course, because that's where I buy all the things. It's this cool little, now this is metal. It's like metal, the stripes and the stars. You guys, no comments are working, or nobody's just saying anything. I don't know. I'm going to leave this how it is, because I thought it was kind of cool, and I'm just going to use the back. Okay, we're going to go on the back. This had a hanger on it. It had like this, like, metal, looks like 20, and it had some, raffia. Hello, Miss Glenda. How are you, friend? And so I'm like, let's just take that off too, because it came through the back, and it was kind of a pain to get off there. And we'll do another hanger on it. So I went through my stash. So we're gonna go this way with this. I went through my stash and I found the J and the Y. So at one point in this crafting journey, I decided that I was gonna make a sign that said joy, because I didn't buy a Y. I just bought the J and the Y. These came from Hobby Lobby, and they're like 2 in a pack. Hello, Miss Nora, Miss Tammy. I love those candles, Miss Tammy. How many glue sticks did you end up going through? I think last I heard there was 8. Hello, mother. So you get 2 letters in a pack. They're 4-inch letters for $1. So they were $1.47 when I bought them. Doesn't it usually tell you what year you buy things in here? I don't know. I feel like people say, oh, well, it says it was Woodpile was established in 2014. No, it wasn't that long ago. So anyway, I had a J and a Y. So now I have another project I could do. So taking our J and our Y, and then I found this really cool snowflake. I bought a bunch of these, I think they're Dollar Tree. They had this little nonsense on here. It's kind of crazy. I call it nonsense because it looks really cheap. Hello, Miss April, Miss Marlene. So we're going to make a joy sign, because we all need joy down in our hearts. I used to love singing that song in Sunday school. Hello, Miss Lisa. So, and then look at the scrapbook paper I found. I love this. So we're gonna go ahead and flip this over. If you didn't get here till now, rude. Just kidding. I'm not sure. I think you're done 13 different. It probably seems about right. Here was our sign. Got it from an estate sale. Took the hanger off it, which was this wire, this kind of thick. Well, now it's got twine hooked into it, but that's what it was. And we're gonna go on the back because I don't want to go over this. I mean, this is kind of cool, but I didn't want to pull that off because it's like it's actually pieces of metal that are on there. The star's actually raised up a little bit. So let's just sit this down here and trace it out. You guys, I finished my work year today. My work year is over. Woo-hoo. Not even gonna look at my phone or anything until January 6th. Not gonna do it. Not doing it. I'm done. Put a fork in me. I'm done. Okay, let me get a pen here. Yes, I love Tammy's laugh. Is so funny. She cracks me up. Her and Carol Ruth. Oh my gosh. Carol Ruth. She's like, or something like that. It just cracks me up. It's so funny. She's very mischievous. If you never watched Carol Ruth, you need to watch her. I always love how you start your lives. Oh, thank you, Miss Lisa. Oh, shoot. It's never a dull moment. That's for sure. You mean like when I can't get any comments to work? Oh, Lordy Lou. It's a mess. I'm a mess. Oh, shoot. So, you guys, I got to make a list of all the things I still need to do before, next Wednesday. We have Tuesday off. Did I tell you guys that yesterday? Old Joe there, he gave us Tuesday off, so I'm happy about that. So I don't have to use a day of leave. I was going to be off anyway, but now it's covered under holiday pay, so we get Tuesday and Wednesday off, which is nice. It's nice. It's nice they do that every once in a while. So look at that. I love that. Kind of a vintagey country look. So let's go ahead and Mod Podge this right onto this here board. And we're going to get going here. Let's see. Oh, I brought my sponge brushes back down. I washed some of them. Those are still a little damp. Let's get a fresh one. Let's get a fresh one. I bought this set from Dollar Tree. And I've just been trying to use these with the Mod Podge instead of my brushes because I don't always get my brushes washed. Well, I put them in the water, but, if you don't really address the glue in them, it doesn't really go anywhere. It's not like the paint. Paint will come out, right? You can get paint to just kind of, dissolve. That Scarecrow and Pumpkin to your left needs to go. I know. You know what? I saw that, I think, when I was rewatching my live last night. He's just sitting over there on that side. Wait, here. There. You can't. There's Christmas over here. Look, go on this side. Oh, shoot. Well, if we just keep him there long enough, it'll be fall again. We'll be all good. Oh, thank you. I got this from Beware. One of my Beware shirts. I went through with my Beware shirts today. I was like, okay, what shirt haven't I worn? Oh, this cute little snowman. It's a pretty red color. It's almost like a heather red. It's a little jersey. I kind of like it. But I just put my little jacket on. And I come down here, it's chilly. My landlord, he doesn't give me much heat down here. He's like a heat miser. So even though there's a vent right there that is open. He doesn't know it's open, but it is. He doesn't know. So you guys, now that I'm on vacation, Mother is going to have to come help me. She volunteered. She's going to come help me with this disastrous, insane craft room mess that I have going on here. So we're going to have to plan out our dates, because it's going to take more than one day. Hello, Miss Gail. How are you, friend? Okay, so I think I got enough. I got a good amount on there. It might look like a lot, but it's really not. We're on some wood here. It's going to suck a little of that in there. Well, thank you. He is kind of cute, isn't he? He's got some bling. It looks kind of blingy. I think I've had this one for quite a while. I know I went through a phase when I was buying them all the time. My husband's like, More shirts. I haven't really bought many lately. Not really. Okay, let's get this down here. And then we'll cover up the Mod Podge here. You guys, next after me is Miss Jeannie from Clifton's Crafty Casa. She's up next. I think she's in Vegas. So she's where it's warm. I think that's where she's located. I think it's Vegas. She's in a warm location. We're not as warm here in Michigan. I don't know what the temp is here right now, but it's definitely not as warm. Maybe that won't make such a racket. It's kind of teetering on the table. I mean, it's not bad. It did snow last night. We did get some snow. I had to clean my car off. But, you know, it's that time of year. Where'd my... It's right here. Duh, it's right here. My little sander here. So, let's go around the edge here. I can trim a little bit of this because it's a little bit long here. So, what's everybody's plans for dinner tonight? I actually, just after I got out of work, I went to Jimmy John's. We had some bread, right? But we don't, my husband and I, we don't eat bread very often. I mean, we'll get bread and then we don't eat it. It goes bad. We buy milk, we don't drink it. It goes bad. How much snow did you get? Probably like an inch or so. You're wrapping presents as you watch. Miss Lisa, I started that last night. My gosh. I wrapped probably 12-ish. And then today, last night and today, the presents that are arriving keep getting bigger. I'm like, I like the little tiny ones. Oh, you want me to... I slid back over. I slid back over. Okay, you guys, I'm just taking off the excess now with our sander. Getting it all smooth down here. But yeah, I think just, I don't know, an inch or two. It wasn't, I mean, it wasn't crazy. And the snow plows were, they must be bored. I mean, it seems like the last couple snows that we've gotten, they go by our house like back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, how many times do you need to go by? I think you got it. I think you got it. I don't know. They have a little snowplow map. You can look and see the little snowplows moving through the city so you can see if they're on their way to your house. I haven't looked at that this year, though, to see if they have it up and running. I used to live, there's kind of like we're in between like two main roads, and I used to live on the main road that's over here behind us. And so I never really worried about it because, you know, it's the main road. They were always down it, but, that's really pretty. That's really pretty. That is very pretty. Now, I probably should seal it. Before I do that, though, let's go in with some chalk teak. So far, no snow in Ottumwa. You know what? I think I worked with a dentist at the VA who was from Ottumwa, Iowa. I'm pretty sure he was. Hello, Miss Misty, Ottumwa. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Is that where he was from? I feel like it, because I feel like he used to say that name, because that's a unique name that, you know, I could just remember, like, oh, I'm not sure whatever happened to him. He, well, I mean, I left the VA, so I don't know. Well, he left before I did, though. When I worked, this is funny, random stories, you know me. When I worked at the VA, I worked in the dental department. So I came into the VA, or to the government, as a dental assistant. I did that on the outside for like, seven years prior to going into the government. Okay, we're taking some chalk teak, you guys, and just our little brush here. I'm just going to go around the edges of this. Because I want to, you know, you guys know I like to age things here. So I'm going to age this edge because it's going to be really pretty. Yeah, that's why I feel like I remember him saying that all the time. Because I would remember how to, you know, I remember that. As soon as I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, that sounds really familiar. And I'm pretty sure that was where he was from. But anyway, when I came into the government, I worked with this guy. He was different. Now, I don't know. Radar O'Reilly lived there. I think I remember him saying that too. Oh my gosh, my past is flashing back right before my eyes. That's so funny. He so when I came into the government, he like, it was different because when you worked in private practice, you worked for the dentist, right? They own the practice, you work for them. But when you go into the government, you're co-workers with the dentist because we all work for the government. He's not your boss. We have a boss, but the dentist you work with was not your boss, right? So you could be like, nah, you can't tell me what to do, even though they could, but even though they did, but anyway, nobody liked him. He was very particular. But what I learned, I don't know if you guys know this, but dentists, and forgive me if any of you are dentists or if you have a dentist in your family, you're like, they are not. They're peculiar individuals. They're very unique in their personality. They're a little different. I'm not gonna lie. I worked with a lot of them, like they're a little unique. He was very unique. Him and his wife had been married, I don't know how many years, but they were unable to have children. And I don't know if that was like one of the things that like really, like he really wanted kids, but his personality was so 0 to 100. Like he was angry like in a split second. And I was like, dude, I'm not sure you can handle kids because, like you're a little off the chain. Like if a patient would be wiggly or, we were working on veterans. Some of them, were Oh, he lived in Des Moines. Oh, well, he was close. Close, right? I don't know. I feel like I heard that story, though. Of course, I called Des Moines Desmonas, so, that was a whole nother story from another life. So anyway, back to him. Him and his wife, because they would travel back. They had the house in Iowa, and they would travel back, But so when they lived here, they lived on what was called, like, base housing. At the VA, and like kind of like a doctor's row is what we called it. And they would travel back or whatever. But funny thing, he put me in for Employee of the Month, and I was like, really? Like he was so like just like a kind of an ornery old cuss, he was just ornery. But yeah, he put me in for Employee of the Month, and I was like, wow, like, and then I learned over time that, if he liked things a certain way, whether you needed that item, whatever it was for doing that procedure, whether he was going to use it or not, he wanted it laying on that table so that if he thought he needed it, it was there. You didn't have to stop, take your gloves off, and go get it, right? Just have the stuff out. And I think that's what he liked about me, is that I just like, I just did it, right? Like, just make it easier on yourself, right? Because look how cool that is. I love the shadowing of that. Oh, maybe we could even go down with this. No, we can't. We don't want to do that. But anyway, he was there for a certain amount of time, like maybe 1 or 2 years, and then he left. And then another dentist came in. That guy was from, what's it called? Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio? Cuyahoga? Something. Anybody know Cuyahoga or something like that? Super nice guy. He was divorced, but he still I'm giving you all the dirt. He was divorced, but he still had this connection with his wife where he always gave her money, and I was like, why are you giving her money? Why are you busting your butt to catch up on your retirement, giving her money? She gone, like, you already paid her what she needed to be paid. Why are you still... He was just the nicest guy. He ended up moving to the VA out in Albuquerque. We stayed in touch for quite a while, and then, over the years, you lose touch. Okay, now I think I probably should seal this. I probably should. With some Mod Podge. Let's do that. So then, after working with him for maybe a year, so I only worked in that dental department 5 years. So within 5 years, I worked with 3 dentists. They called me the Black Widow. Because the dentists kept leaving. No one died. They just left. The third one that came in, he was from Upper Michigan in a town called Bay City. And it was weird. Like, he had a practice and then he sold it. And I think that's what a lot of dentists like to do is they will sell their practice if they had one. They'll sell it because now they don't have to deal with the overhead, the like the payroll and all the stuff, right? Now they can just come to the VA, do their dental work, on their patients. They don't have to do the billing. They don't have to worry about all that stuff. So, I mean, it's kind of a good gig if, they make pretty good money, right? I mean, so anyway, but the last one, he came, like I said, he was from Upper Michigan, and he would travel down on sometimes Monday mornings. I mean, he was married. It was just like one of those things, like, I don't know, he came from like working in there's a prison up by where he worked. So he worked in the prison system as a dental, he wasn't in the prison. He worked as a dentist. And then I think he was trying to get into the Saginaw VA to work there, and so eventually he did, because I ended up getting a job out of dental. I moved out of that area, and he was still there, and then he ended up leaving as well. But it was oh shoot, it was too funny. They just all kept leaving me, the black one. Everyone else had a dentist that stayed. Like the one guy just retired recently. He used to tell us that he was going to have to be carried. He was a Korean War vet. He told us they have to carry him out of there. And so he's probably like in his late 70s. And he just retired not that long ago. But I never wanted to work with him because he liked to tell stories, and he would sit there and tell stories with his patients because they're old vets and he's an old vet, and they were all telling the stories. I'm like, we had a time crunch here. We got more patients. Come on, you can't be talking all day about old Army, whatever he was in. I think maybe he was Army. I don't remember what he was, but anyway, can't be telling all these stories. And then the other dentist that was there at the time, that man, he'd never been married. He was hello, Miss Marlene. He was a retired, I think he might have been a colonel in the military. He was retired, never been married, didn't have any kids. He used to walk in. He had this like swagger to him. He would just walk in. And he was from Miss Loretta's neck of the woods. Because he had that accent, that accent. What was he from? Worcester? You guys know Worcester, Mass? If Miss Loretta was on here. She's live right now. I saw she was live right now. But it's not really spelled like Worcester, but if you know, because that's how they say it. That's where he was from. And he ended up retiring not that long ago, but he passed away. I learned that because we have like a page, like a VA page that people posting, and I was so sad. He got sick, and I was like, he was great for giving me advice on like how to put my money in like our pension funds and how I because he had lots of money. He had lots of money because what else was he doing with it? Didn't have any kids. He didn't have any ex-wives like the other guy who was giving all his money to his ex-wife. Oh shoot! But those were some of my VA adventures, my VA days. That was a long time ago. A long time ago. My son was little. I think he was in kindergarten when I started working for the government. I don't know if my comments have stopped. I can't tell. Alright, so we're going to get this dried up. We've got it all sealed. Getting it all sealed. Alright, that looks good. Alright, you guys. That looks good. I love that. Alright, so we're going to end up putting... I think I'm going to put these on here. We're going to paint these, the J and the Y. We're going to paint those. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up putting them on here kind of like so. Get them centered and everything. And then we'll put our like snowflake kind of stacked up on. So it'll be kind of, I can move it out a little bit more. But it's going to be kind of stacked up on it. So it's going to look like that. So this is going to be really cute. Now, in the middle of this snowflake, there was this really ugly, I think I threw it away. It was like a little plastic faux rhinestone, and it was ugly. It almost looked like it was like, it was white, but it was like kind of like a brown hue to it. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on there, but that had to go. So I plucked that off there. So let me set this over here. Now, I think, okay, that Y goes that way, because I can see where it's cut. We're going to use, I don't know how well this is going to match. Thank you, Miss Shauna. Well, hello, Miss Shauna. Yeah, I got this from Beware. I haven't worn it for a while. I don't even know if they still have these anymore. They come up with new ones. This is called Frosted Leaves by Folk Art. I ordered this online when they had I don't know, something popped up on my page one day about sale on the paint. I was like, oh, heck yeah. This is usually like, I don't know, like $7 or $8 paint. I think it was like $6 or $5 or something. I'm going to paint this color, and this color. We'll see if we like it or not. We'll see if we do. Let me find a brush that's not wet. Like I said, I just brought brushes down there. I got a bunch of wet ones here. I don't really want the wet brushes. All right, let's use this one. Let's use this one. So let's see if we like it. If we don't like it, we'll change it. I might end up doing a little distressing on it. I probably will. You know me. I probably will. But I think it's going to be pretty. It's a little bit lighter than the green that's on there. But I think when we put a little distressing on it with the Chalktique, it'll look cool. It'll look cool. There's an estate sale tomorrow. I gotta go check out. Gotta go check it out. I don't know if there was really anything like I need. I don't need anything, but I like to go to those. So I'm gonna go to that in the morning, and then I don't know what the day will bring. I'm gonna wrap a few more presents tonight. I gotta get them done because my husband's like, oh, I didn't know you were out here wrapping presents. I'm like, I have to wrap presents before some kid shows up here. Some kid meaning one of his or one of mine, you know, like they're just going to show up and there's presents all over the dining room table. Oh, shoot. I can't have presents sitting out here. You got to wrap them up. We had more come in today. Those little Amazon, the little Amazon people are just working their little tails off getting that stuff here. So far, knock on wood. I haven't had anything like be delayed, you know, like, you know how they say it's coming and then it's coming and then it's coming and oh, your order, if you're just not here, if you want to if you want to get a refund, I'm like, no, I want my thing. So far, we still have, I think, some stuff coming tomorrow and then some stuff coming Sunday, and I think we'll have everything that we've ordered. So far, so good. We'll see. Amazon was a great invention. It really was. Just online in general. Online shopping was a great. I just don't love people. I don't love going shopping. My husband likes going shopping. We do tomorrow. We have to go do the stocking stuffer thing. We always get the kids stuff. We go to like Dollar Tree and buy them all this different candy and stuff. Like the traditional things that they like. We do that every year. So we need to get that done because that involves him. He picks out what he knows the kids like. So we'll do that probably tomorrow just to get it done. And then there are still a few things we need to buy. Like we have to go buy. So we'll have to get that. I've got a little list going of what we are missing still. But anyway, it'll all work out. We'll get it. Got that extra day on Tuesday now, which, I mean, I was off anyway. I think my husband was too, but you know, it just feels different now that it's a paid holiday. It just hits different. Oh, shoot. Almost missed that part of the J. All right, let's paint that. Let's paint it again. Well, we will probably because it's going to be too light, but let's dry it up and then. Dry this up. Well, hello, Miss Diane. How are you, friend? Thank you for the hugs. I love that. Oh, shoot. I bought Espen a cute little dog bed for her out in the pen with the puppies. And I went out there and there were 2 puppies in the bed. Since they have their eyes open now, they're mobile. They go like, oh, what's over here? Oh, look at this nice little bougie bed our mother has. Let's go over here and lay on this. They've been in there. Then I went out there and, well, once I went out there, there was 1 in there. Then I went out and there was 2. And then I went out and there was 3. So all 3 of the girls were in the bed. The boy wasn't. He was just chilling there. But the girls were. They're probably like Goldilocks, and they just, is it Goldilocks? Yeah, the bed was just right. I needed. I thought about buying another bed because they're just little tiny little dog beds, right? And I thought maybe I should buy another one so they have a little bit more room to stretch out. Because when you get all 4 of them in there, it's like it's crowded. But then I was like, no, they're not going to be. I mean, they're not going to be in there for long enough to justify going to buy another. I mean, it's only like $10 at Walmart, but still, what am I going to do with it afterwards? Like, they are kind of like Edgar size. I guess I could use them as backups because he can get a bee in his bonnet every once in a while and chew the stuffing out of his bed, and then it's flat. And then I make him just lay on the flat bed. You chewed up your bed, now you're just going to lay there with the flat bed. And the sides are like, have cushion in them, but the part where he lays in, he's chewed it all out and it's everywhere. So, but I bought him and Espen, both a new one. I didn't realize when I bought it for him that it was the exact same one I bought him before. I'm like, oh, well, this just is replacing the one you had, mister. Let's see how long you can let it last this time. Edna doesn't chew up. Espen chews up beds. Oh my gosh, she's awful. I mean, she hasn't done it since she had puppies, but that was her MO before. Her crate only had like a towel in it because I wouldn't even give her a bed at all because she just chewed them up. I mean, I was spending money on the real nice ones. Like those one that they can snuggle into and burrow in. Edna has one in her crate and she's always, she's never done a thing to it. Espen, she chew that thing up. She doesn't like to be left in her crate. Even though that's what they were raised. That's all they know. So I don't know why she gets naughty, but she can get naughty. She's the sassy wiener dog. She's that typical sassy wiener dog for sure. She's a sassy one. All right. Paint this one more. I think we'll be okay with just this last coat. The second coat. Second coat. I wonder where my friend Miss Kathy's at today. Maybe we're too early for her. She might be. I usually craft at like 5 Eastern, not 4, but somehow I got on 4 this time. For whatever reason, I got the 4, which is fine. I don't know, maybe I filled in the spot. I can't remember. How long have you been raising puppies? Miss Diane, the puppies are, they're 20 days old. 20 days old. And we're going to be taking pictures of them this weekend and sending them out to posting them on Facebook because we have people interested in them. We just, we haven't put them out there yet because we wait till their eyes open because they're not that fun when their peepers are closed. They're much cuter when they're open. We have 2 long-haired mini taxis. They're not sassy, very sweet, very tempered. Edna is very sweet. So our 2 girls are 2 weeks apart in age. And they are 3, they'll be 4 this year. Our male is, he just turned 1, so he'll be 2 this year. I have to do a little bit more on that one. I can see, that's why I didn't get a stick on that guy. I'll do a little bit more on there. You think there's something in the stuffing because Charlie tore apart every bed they replaced it. There might be. Yes, Miss Janice. Yes, we got more pictures. I posted one today on so we have a page called Hudson Doxies. It's a group. So if you want to join that just to check them out. It was created so that when we had Edna's litter last May, so the people could post the pictures of the puppies they have, so we could kind of keep it, you know, keep up on them as they, you know, they get bigger. So that's why I created the group. But then we're going to use this for Espens, and then both Minnie and Tan. Aww. Hello, Miss Jeannie. I had a red piebald once, a male. Well, we bred our. This is the third litter I've bred in my lifetime. This is I'm on number 7, 8, and 9 dachshunds that I've had, including when I lived with my mother and my father. Because there were 4 during that time frame, from birth to adult. But I was always the one who brings home the dogs. I don't know why. My grandma Rowene had 2 dachshunds. I don't know if that's what started. Mother will have to chime in and tell us if that's how it started. But my grandma Rowene, they had 2 dachshunds, Mitzi and Heidi, and Mitzi was a sass. I mean, she was kind of that dachshund that has that reputation of being real sassy. I don't think Heidi was. And then my mom and dad had Heather. When I was born, they had Heather. They already had Heather. And then we went so many years without any. And then a friend of mine, her mom, I don't know, had connections with like fostering. And there was one that they had, somebody owned that, you know, she was a breeder dog, but breeding constantly. Not ours are one and done. Mitzi could take your leg off. Oh shoot! Mitzi is probably how Espen and Edna are right now to each other. Surprised somebody hasn't lost a leg. You just looked it up. Red piebald. So he was white with red spots. His dad, when we bred Maisie, we had a Dapple. She was Dapple. So she was black, silver, brown, you know, all the colors. And we bred her, and we ended up with 2 of the piebalds. I kind of like that. 2 of the piebalds, and we had 4 in the litter. We sold 3, and we kept him. We kept 1 for some reason. My ex-husband wanted to keep him, which love that dog. But what do you guys think about that color? I think that looks good. That looks really good. So I'm gonna go distress them now. Hello, Miss Rhonda. How are you, friend? So I don't even know where I was going with that, but anyway, that's our little dachshund journey there. That's the only piebald I ever had. Besides, you know, selling the other one. And then we had two Heather, the first one that Mom and Dad had was red. Heather was red. And then Tildy was Tildy red? Tildy was the dog that we got. She was the breeder dog. Yeah, Jack Russell mixed with a Dachshund. Oh my gosh. Was it very hyper? It wasn't very hyper. Jack Russells are so hyper. But we had a chocolate, Hershey. Her name was Hershey. She was like a toy. She was a really tiny little toy dachshund. I don't even know how long we had her. She ended up, something happened and her neck seized up, and my dad had to have her put down. She was my dad's dog. And my dad played with her. I think I've told you guys this before. My dad played with her, would do things like, he would tap our legs, but really hard. Rudy was the most special. Yes, she was. I'll get to her in a minute. Hershey, my dad just loved that dog. And something happened, but he would hit our legs and get her to get her fired up. And then she would almost bite my dad, but not hurt him or anything. But well, hello, Miss Kelly Cat Crafts. How are you, friend? But she was the sassiest little thing. I don't even remember how long we had her, because it didn't seem like we had her that long, because she got sick, and that was, my dad didn't cry very often, but I feel like when he lost a pet, because we used to, my mom and dad owned some property, and we had a little pet cemetery. We have lots of family pets buried out there, and he'd go out and bury the dog. And that's where my two that I had, Maisie, oh yeah, it looks good. Maisie and Joey are buried out there. And oh, I love that. I love that. You guys, I don't know why, I just love distressing things. And I don't know what, you guys, are you like that? You guys like making things, I know, like my Aunt Anita, she doesn't. She likes everything blingy and flashy. I like it, I would say dark and, there's something called dark and decrepit, something, there's some supply called dark and decrepit. Hello, Miss Sandy. You had your Doxy for 22 years? Holy moly. Okay, the last Dachshund Mom and Dad had, okay. So we had Tildy. She was the retired breeder dog. And we never, I mean, we had her, she was either fixed when we got her because she came from a rescue, or I don't know if it was a rescue or somebody took her and they had her in their rescue, and I don't know. I don't remember really how it all happened because I was like a teenager then. You don't remember that kind of thing. Hello, Miss Michelle. But then I worked at the mall. When I was in college, I worked at the mall, and back then we had a CVS here, like, and then the CVS left, and then it came back like just a few years ago. Like CVS wasn't here, and then it came back and built up like a brick and mortar. But at the time it was in our mall, and across the hall was the pet store. Remember the pet stores in the mall? Well, hello, Miss Sparky Chris. Did I say hi to you? I don't think I did. Remember the pet stores in the mall? Well, her name was, we called her, I don't know how we ended up calling her, naming her Binky. But anyway, I saw her when I was on my break. I was like, oh my gosh, Dad, you got to see this dog. Like, my dad was a sucker for a dog. Like, I think my dad probably would come up with money to figure out how to buy, because, you know, what'd you say? You make dog food, chicken, veggies, you know what, Miss Diane, as soon as these puppies are, off to their new homes, we're going to start making our own dog food. We are going to start making our own dog food. We've done a lot of research on that, and we're going to start doing that too. But my dad got her, and her name was Binky. I don't know how we came up with the name Binky, but her paperwork said she came from Arkansas, Mom. Now, no offense to anybody from Arkansas, right? But she wasn't right. She wasn't right. We always said that we thought she was inbred because something wasn't right with her. But my parents had her. Okay, when I moved out with my ex-husband, and I tried to take her, and at the time they still had their other two dachshunds. I tried to take her with me, and she was so like distraught, you know, like I had to take her back. She had to go back and live with mother. I gotta dry this wax real quick, you guys, before we glue this on here. So I had to take her back. So she was with my mom and dad for the rest of the time. Oh, shoot. Yeah, oh yeah, she was in a puppy mill in Arkansas. But she was a mess. I remember, I don't know what happened. My mom and dad used to camp, so she would go to the campground with them. Something happened, and one day she had it looked like she had a seizure. And my dad had just left on the golf cart to go up the store up front, you know. And like we're all freaking out. Oh my gosh, she's having a seizure, you know, and it never happened before. And so, I mean, we really thought, like, was this the end? Because she was older then. We're like, is this the end, you know? And that wasn't the end. I don't know what it was. I love this. I don't know what it was. I don't think we ever really just discovered. I think it only happened one time. It was weird. All right, I think I'm using these lines right here to determine like where I'm gonna glue it, and then I'm looking at like a finger width here to be like, okay, that's about right. She wasn't right. She was not right. She was a special kind of girl, that's for sure. And because she made this sound, she would always go, roo, 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 like that. We called her Rudy. That's how she became Rudy, because she just made that sound all the time. She just roo all the time. So, oh shoot, I remember the two that I had. they were mother and son. Like I said, we kept one of them out of the litter. They would howl. You go outside and they were in the house and they would be mad because you didn't let them out or whatever. And they would be in there howling. And then we got our Doberman. I had one big dog. My ex-brother-in-law had a, what was it? Malamute Shepherd mix puppy. And we got her. We named her Reese. And, well, hello, Miss Jenny and Miss Mary. You had a dog that only had one seizure, but oh, yeah, I know. You know, we got Edna. Edna, she's that now. She doesn't have, knock on wood, again. If I say something, it'll happen. She hasn't had one in quite some time, but it'll happen now. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Hold on, let me get this on here before I mess this up. Okay, want it right there. About a finger width apart. Hopefully that's right. Oh, that looks good. Let's get that pushed down there. Hello, Miss Dina. We were just saying how... Oh, Doberman. We only got a Doberman because we got robbed. We bought our house out in the country. And we got robbed. Okay, look. JY. JY. That looks good. I like that green, you guys. Isn't that green pretty? And I think I actually got it like pretty much centered and lovely looking. Okay, but we're going to put our snowflake right here in the center. Oh, is that maybe I should have put it further apart. Oh, shucks. It's too late now. Maybe I should bring it down a little bit. What do you guys think? Is it covering it too much? Oh, man. I thought it would be... I should have done one more check on it. Poopity. What do you guys think? Should I bring it down? Should I bring it down just a little bit? Your collie used to have seizures. Oh my gosh, Miss Mary. What do you guys think? Should I bring it down? Then it would be a little bit better being down. I could always put it on an angle like that. What do you think? What y'all think? I should have checked it one more time. You know me. I mean, I guess it would be fine up here like that, but it doesn't look bad in the thing. I guess it doesn't look as bad. I thought it looked like it covered it up more. What do you guys think? You like it? Do you like it down or like it if I leave it right like that? I kind of like it if I brought it down like so this one touches the bottom. Yes, down. Yeah, it looks good down a little bit. All right, yeah, let's do that. All right, but before we do, I feel like I want to do something to this. I want to put, I'm going to put something in the middle, like maybe a button or something. What do you guys think? Should I dry brush this with some like white or some, not white, but what about some drop cloth? I just bought drop cloth. Bring it down, looks great. Okay, let me get some drop cloth. Oh. I've never had this color before. Old Dixie Belle. So we got our Doberman, and we got him when he came back from Iowa. We had friends that they traveled to Iowa every year, and that's where they bought their Dobermans because they were so much cheaper to buy in Iowa. I don't know why. I didn't ask. This was in 2009, and so much cheaper, like $300 or $400 cheaper. So I'm like, yeah. But he came back like when he was 4 weeks old, so they took him early, and he was literally, he could fit in my hand. That stinking dog, I don't know if anyone's ever had a Doberman, but that stinking dog, I'm just dry brushing. That stinking dog, he was a tyrant. Okay, guys, look at this color. I don't know how you can tell, but it's kind of like a cream color. He was like, till he was 2 years old, and then it like flipped a switch. And that dog was gold. But man, he was awful. He chewed up beds. He pooped on the floor. He chewed up the tray in the bottom of his crate to the point where I came home from work at the VA, and he didn't have a crate in his bottom of his crate anymore. The plastic piece was gone because he destroyed it. So what he did is he would poop in the crate and then scooch the crate all across the back porch. It was kind of like our back room at the time. Every day I came home from work, had to clean up poop. It was not a good time. You're getting a new puppy? Oh my goodness. Awesome. All right, you guys, I'm using a chip brush here. It was not a good time in my life. I came home every day to that. Have you known dogs to do that? Like, usually they don't poop where they lay, you know? Like, that's what they say. Oh no, not this one. He was a turd. Whoops. Right into my lap. Yeah, and it was just every day. And then I'd have to take the crate outside and clean it because, oh my gosh, he scooted that thing around. But after that, he was good. And then I had him until he was like 12. And then he got, suddenly, I was like, guys, it was on my birthday. It was awful. He had like his first little episode and I freaked out. It's like he almost like just like passed out. And that's what it was doing. Like something was happening. I think my cousin said he was a congestive heart failure. Now look, we just dry brushed that a little bit. It looks really pretty. Your golden retriever did that head to toe. Oh my gosh. Excellent dogs, Darren Smart. I miss him. Oh. Yeah, but that's the, I mean, and I swore after that, so I'll never have a Doberman again. Because he was good, you know, after, but he had to get through those first 2 years. And people had said that's what's going to happen. They're like, it's going to take it 2 years. It'll be like a switch. Like, we've got a friend at work who's got one. He's the same way. I don't like crating, but I have a fence around them like a playpen. Yeah, so our dachshunds, they all had their own little crate. But the reason why we ended up doing that is because when we first got the 2 girls, we had created them together. But we learned that they, like, I think probably Edna, because she's the instigator, wouldn't leave Espen alone. Like, there was like, it was constant harassment. So we decided to separate them because we wanted to give them a little break from each other. All right, what do you guys think about that? Should I just put it right there? Is that what you guys think? Right there? And then since then, oh, that's the little thing right there. I gotta keep that up. If I'm gonna do it, maybe I should just do it this way. I just do it that way so it's straight on with the 2 little tips right there. What do you guys think? Yeah, maybe I should just, I don't know. I'm trying to make it seem like it's centered on this, but that would make the B way over on the J. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I thought putting it like this. I guess that little hole right there needs to go up there. Maybe I'm just going to do it just like that. I think I like that. Okay, so I need to put glue on those spots right there. You have 2 male, 1 female. They're our babies. Dogs are our babies. Actually, I had a dream. I forgot to tell my husband. I had a dream that I was I pregnant? It's probably his fault because he made some joke today. Him and his friend made a joke about, why ain't she pregnant? Because I told him, I said, you should go to the store and get me a pop. And then I made the statement of saying, well, so-and-so and so-and-so would go get their wife's pops. So what's he do? He gets on the phone and calls so-and-so. So-and-so says, is she pregnant? No. Why don't you just be nice and go get me a pop, you turd? No. Rude. Oh, shoot. He didn't. Well, Santa's watching. That's all I have to say. Santa's got his number. He might have got a new job, but that's it. He ain't got the firm offer yet. You're about to run out the door to get home. Oh, you girl, you need to go so you can get back. Okay, check it out. Check it out before you go. Check it out. Check it out. I think I like it. I wish I would have got it a little bit further, but I think I like it down like, I mean, I don't mind it being down like that. Okay, so, gotta do something here in the middle. How much time do we have? We got 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Okay, I got buttons. I'm probably just gonna put a button. I got the buttons. To put it in the middle. I've been watching 90 Day Fiancé, and there's a girl on there with an accent like that. She says she talks it like this. I think she's from the Ukraine. She's really annoying. If you guys watch 90 Day Fiancé, oh, Last Resort, that's the one I'm watching. Natalie is her name. She's so annoying. She talks like this. So annoying. All right, maybe I should use the gold. What do you guys think? Gold? Or like a bronze or, you know, metal. A metal button. What do you guys think? Or do you want me to use a brown? What do you think? Because we don't have enough buttons here. We probably won't find one. Let's try to find one. You have buttons, Miss Sparky. Just a couple. I mean, one or two. One or two. That one's not pretty. Gold, gold finger. Okay, ooh, that one. That one's kind of flashy. Look at that one. That one's kind of flashy. Let's see. So far, I'm liking that one. I do have some. Oh, here's a swirly one. Oh, that one's kind of cool too. You need some more buttons. There's never too many buttons. You guys know it. Every time I go to an estate sale, if I see a button container, I'll buy it. I don't even care. I will buy it. Look at that one, you guys. That's like a swirly looking button. You know, Lady Michigan, that has a whole... Wait. Look. Look at the swirly one. You guys like the swirly one? I kind of think I like the swirly one. This is kind of... I mean, this one's kind of... You know, there's that song, I Know a Gal in Kalamazoo. I mean, I'm in Battle Creek. It's only like just about 20 minutes from here. All right, so there's that one. There's another option. Somebody said the other night, the comment on that, what was it that I made? Oh, hey, let me grab it real quick. They commented on this, that they were like, does anyone else think this looks like a nipple in the middle of the bow? You inspired me to do a button project. You made a button, or I love this one. But now I can't see anything different. I can't see anything different. You have, buttons are fun. Buttons are fun. Okay, I think I'm going to use that one. I think I'm going to use that one. Where did you go? Wait, where did you go? No sound. Oh no, Miss Nancy. Is anybody else? Can everybody else hear? You know, sometimes that happens. It happens on my computer all the time. You might have to just go out and come back in. Oh shoot, that was so funny when they said that. I'm like, you're right. Can't see it any other way now either. Can't see it any other way. All right, let's glue this on here. Oh shoot. I wish I could get a little bit of that other piece off there, but sometimes you just can't get that little bit off there. All right, let's glue this right in our center. You have sound? You have sound? Okay, yeah. Sometimes that happens. I don't know. Facebook is weird because my laptop does that all the time. If I have people up on the laptop, I always have to use my iPad because I'll always lose them. Always lose them. That looks cute. Look, I love it. So I'm gonna have to do a hanger. I'll probably end up doing that because we only have 3 minutes. I'll probably, let's see. I might use my rebar tie wire. I don't know. I might end up just maybe just gluing some like thick, like twine. You know what would be kind of cool to do twine all the way around and just bring it up. What do you guys think? Hold on, let me find it. What do I do with that? Here it is. What if, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not. I was thinking just to do a thick, let me just tie a knot on this and see. Just do a twine, like just attach it to the top. Attach it to the top and then call it good. I don't know if I want to run. The reason why I don't really want to run a wire hanger, because they put it in the top and they fished it out it was actually on this side. They brought it through, so it has to kind of do a curve thing, and I'm not sure I can. I had a heck of a time getting it out to get rid of it. So I might just do this and just put it right on here. But I thought about putting something on this edge, like either, what did I do with it? I had some of this. It was burlap. Okay, so we got 2 minutes left. Up next is there's something like a burlapper. Miss Jeannie from Clifton's Crafty Casa. She's up next. I thought about maybe putting that on the edge. I don't know. I mean, that you could run that down the edge there. Or I had some lace. I don't know. I might just leave it. I might just leave it. And just put a hanger on it. Put a hanger on it. You could just leave it like this, put it on a little stand, and then you just flip it over for 4th of July. Look at, bam! 4th of July, Christmas. What do you think? 4th of July, Christmas. I think this turned out cute, and I think it's just simple, you guys. It's just a board, and it was a sign from an estate sale. We just did it on the back. Used our letters from Hobby Lobby with an ornament from Dollar Tree. Stinking cute. You guys can zhuzh it up however you want. This is just, I think it's stinking cute. Like I said, the only thing I would have done different is I probably would have moved the letters out a little bit further. But I plan to stack it anyway. It's just a little bit tighter than, but you can still read it says joy, so I don't mind. So you guys, it's 5 o'clock. I got to go. It's Miss Jeannie's turn. Thank you guys for watching. I will be back on Sunday, Creative Clubhouse. I can't remember what time, but I'll be there. So have a great weekend. Bye-bye.